Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a button bracelet. For materials you'll need a pair of scissors, some stretchy cord, and the final material of course is buttons. It depends on the size of your buttons, but I think I have 8 on this bracelet. If you're using smaller ones, you'll need more. First, you'll need to take your stretchy cord, cut 2 equal pieces. You'll want each piece to be a lot bigger than your wrist, so you have a lot of extra to work with and tie at the end. I have 0.7 and 0.8 millimeter stretchy cord. I think that I used 0.5 for this one. 0.5 is thinner than the ones I showed you. Next, you'll probably want to pick out which buttons you're going to use and lay out a pattern on the table. Use buttons that have 2 holes or more. I usually use 2 and 4 hole ones. Once you have your buttons picked out, you can start stringing them on the 2 pieces of stretch cord. Take both pieces and line up the ends, and then for a 2-hole button, just stick both through 1 hole like this. So the strings came up through this hole, and then you're going to thread them down the other hole. And you can just pull that down the string a little bit and get your next button ready. Now to put on a 4-hole button, with 1 string, put it through one of the holes, then thread it down through the hole right across from that. You can see it's through that one. Take the other string, put it through one of the holes next to the one that you put the other one in first, and then thread that back down through that hole. Both strings should come out the same side of the button. If they don't, then you're going to have to redo it. There's 3. And then just repeat these steps until your whole button bracelet is finished, and I'll show you how to tie it. And see how mine got twisted like this? You could take it off and rethread it just so they're all facing the same way. It's up to you. You can twist it while it's on your wrist too, so it's not that big of a deal. Now I have all my buttons on. I use 10 for this bracelet. Before you tie it off, you're going to put it around your wrist, which I already did. You may need someone to help you. And just make sure that it fits without leaving too much of a gap between the buttons. I actually like mine to overlap on my bracelet. This is why these bracelets are annoying, at least I think they are, because this elastic band, it turns, like I've already mentioned, and before you tie it, you want all the buttons to be facing the right way, and you don't really want any of your strings to be crisscrossing, at least I don't, so you might have to turn some of your buttons before you tie. In order to tie it, all you're going to do is take all 4 strings, loop it through like this. After you make that loop, then tie it off like this, and you're going to want quite a few knots. It actually may be easiest to tie it while it's on your wrist, and if you can't get someone to help you, which would be easiest, but I usually don't. I usually take the hard way. Anyway, then you can just pull it really tight and turn all the buttons on your wrist the way they need to be. And I know a lot of parents and adults say not to pull things with your teeth, but in order to tighten it, if you're doing this on your own, I usually put one end in my teeth and bite down on it, and put the other end in my hand and just pull really tight that way. Finally, once you have all your knots tied and your bracelet secure, you can trim off all the extra strings. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this idea. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and add me on Twitter and Formspring and Tumblr. And have a nice day. Bye guys. Oh man.